There you go.
There you go.
We have to say happy birthday to Mr. Andrew Hatcher today. It is his birthday. Yay! Do this Tweedledee live!
Live on the internet.
How cool is that?
Very cool.
Very, very cool indeed. Yeah, we've got a good show lined up today.
We have got a great show lined up today. Like I say, we've got Shane Yates, who's in the green room. Hello, Shane.
Give him a wave.
There he is.
He's eating all the pretzels again.
There he is.
Yeah,
Eating all the pretzels again.
Stop.
And like I say, I'll talk about Harry Dokia. It's coming on a bit later.
It's a bit exciting.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, good things happening at present. There's a lot of people coming through to the club now, joining up. So that's really exciting. We had a really good day yesterday for new members.
Yeah, I think it's it's all coming good. It's all coming fantastic. You know, new members joining up, and it just keeps on getting bigger and brighter.
I think a lot of people are sort of reevaluating their networking needs as time goes on, which is really good, and actually trying to take all the birthday messages in the chat. How nice is that?
Morning, Hannah. Oh, hello, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Thank you.
Nice.
So, guys, if you're out there on the internet, why don't you come on, say hello, get yourself a big shout out. Always happy to.
Oh yeah, we'll share you. Tell us who you are and what company you are, and we'll give you a shout out live on LinkedIn, live to YouTube, live to Facebook, and live to LinkedIn.
Hi, Rian. Good to see you from Insight 6.
Insight 6, Rian from Insight 6.
Yeah,
She's very, very good at Insight 6. She does all of your customer service needs.
Yeah. Hello, Jonathan Foy from Auxilium Group.
Oh, hello, Jonathan Foy. All of your building needs.
Absolutely. Someone's loving the t-shirts.
Looking good together. And happy. Hi, Marie Noel.
Hello, Marie.
Yeah. How are you?
Did we get to sing?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Birthday to Andrew. Happy birthday to you. There you go.
Right. Okay. Well,
we need Shane singing, actually.
Well, we're going to get him on. He's got some news for us in a bit. But first of all, I think it's time.
He's got an album coming out.
That we, why don't we welcome the new members?
I think we should welcome the new members to the club. Oh, you're going to have to click on 2 different buttons.
I know. I'm just going to try and work out. Here we go. So here we go. You ready?
Yep. Let's welcome to start with Steve Witkowicz.
Weetabix.
Steve Weetabix, welcome from our Facebook.
Then we have Peter Hansen from VPC Cloud Solutions. Great to see you, Peter.
Great to see you, mate. And welcome Emma and Abraham from Find Marketing.
Fantastic. And we also have a couple more from yesterday. We have Sarah Cooper from ERT Property.
And Troy Rahm from PMAP.
Fantastic. And last but not least, Samantha Thomas from Embrace Life UK. Good to see you guys. Looking forward to seeing you in the club soon.
Name, Embrace Life. What a good name.
Yeah, no, we like that one.
Oh, Yvonne Taylor.
Good morning, Yvonne.
Burst of sunshine emanating through the screen.
Oh, dear. Thank you.
Half a century, just remind me. 50 years. That's like 50, Andy.
That's like 50 years, isn't it?
You know, if you put the whole of life as a big circle, 50 is like the pinnacle of life. It's like the top. All down here. It's a...
Hi, Beverly. Good to see you.
Hey, Beverly, how are you?
Hello, Ben.
Good morning, Ben. How are you, sir?
Nice to see you too.
Well? He's not on fire today. Look,
He's
we
not on
expect
fire.
to see you. Flames coming out.
Yeah, I want to see Ben on fire.
Or
in a good way. Anyway,
onwards. What exciting news have we got this week?
Right, let's pick it up. Hold on, let's find out.
There is a bit of a quite big news flash.
There's quite a lot of news actually. So let's hit this button. Sorry, completely disorientated coming around to your house and doing the show.
I do have that effect on people. Keep my toes right.
Take it away, Ed.
Right. The first really big piece of news is the Property Connect event has switched to next week.
Yes.
So that's really quite exciting. We've got a lot of people signing up for it now. So if you haven't yet booked your ticket for the Property Connect event, pop on to the www.thecobraclub.co.uk, click on the Property Club, and you can book your ticket there. It's a really, really good day full of experts across the property industry, from property finance, construction, insurance, lots of people exchanging knowledge, lots of opportunities to network, lots of people looking for people to do business with. And we had such a fantastic response from the last show. Lots of new business being done, which is exactly what you want. So if you want to get into the property and a really diverse property community, come and visit the Property Connect event.
Fantastic. And then we've got this. It's a monthly event held at the Cobra Club, LinkedIn Learning. So it's with the incredible Tony K. Silver.
The only one.
And it takes place just once a month, and that is today, on my birthday, 2nd of June, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. live in the Cobra Club. So head on down into the Cobra Club if you want to do a bit of a LinkedIn live.
He's the world's leading LinkedIn profiler, so it's really worth spending some time with.
Absolutely.
And it's free.
Absolutely. And the last thing, tonight at Meeting Talents, we have the incredible Minal Chauhan. With 18 years of HR experience working in large corporates, Mina will be there to share her story and
bring a drink, come and have some time. It's a lovely networking event.
Bring a drink, log on.
Bring a drink. Sandy's birthday, so bring a big.
Just a quick message from Ben. Yeah, well.
Yeah, that helps, Ben. If you wouldn't mind. Thank you very much.
Right, I think it's going to be time to get our first guest because we've kept them long enough. So what I'm going to do, Ed, so Ed sees me hitting the buttons here, and we're both
itching to hit buttons.
Do you want to hit the button, Ed?
Oh, it's exciting. Let's hit that one, and then we'll see Shane. Good to see. He's cleared 2 bowls of olives. Yeah. Look at him, just.
Good morning, Shane.
Morning, from Wales. Penblwydd Happies, Mr. Hatcher. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Bori da.
There's no way you're 50. No way you're 50.
I know. I'm sure my parents got my birth date wrong.
I'm sure they did. Yeah. Very good for it, sir. Very good.
Thank you. How have you been, Shane? You're looking brown. You must have been out in the sun.
I tell you what, this is just 2 days in the sunshine with my little girl in a. Yeah, 2 days, literally. We've had some beautiful sunshine. Even at 5:30 last night, it's 26 degrees here in West Wales.
Wow.
That's the place to be, I tell you what. The beaches there are stunning. It's a stunning part of the world.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And white everywhere else, mine. Everywhere else is like glowing.
Absolutely fine. Well, so Shane, you've got plenty going on. I see your name absolutely everywhere. You've got your fingers in lots of pies. You're a worldwide pop star.
You're a world pop star.
Finance expert, and you run a networking group. What's happening in your world at the moment? Tell us a bit about what's going on in your world.
Yeah, there's a lot going on actually, and I think one thing I'd say in my world at the moment is what's nice to see is businesses bouncing back again. You can get out into our communities, and over the last weekend with the sunshine, and see the pubs, the ice cream shops, people happy, people smiling. That's amazing. It's a really tough year in business, and we've all felt the ripple effect of COVID, and we probably still will for a while.
The energy that's out there is fantastic at present.
It's lovely to see. So nice to see, isn't it? It just picks everyone up, really. So
I think it's just some people need direction and just a bit of help because they've all got that energy, but they need to be able to act upon that energy, if that makes sense. So it's doing the right way, and I think that's really where you sort of come in quite nicely, don't you? Really, you enable people to be able to do what they want to do.
We do, yeah. I mean, we listen, you know. I spent 26 years of my life working with businesses on a one-to-one basis. I've helped over 40,000 companies over that time, which is an amazing privilege. But the best thing we do is listen. Listen to the business, listen to their needs, listen to what they're looking for, listen to where they want to go to. And we then have the solutions and their business solutions to sit alongside them and fit those solutions in nicely to their path, their journey path to growth. And that's what we do, really. So we complement their ideas. That's ultimately what we do. So,
I think a lot of people don't realise that there are solutions. So they want to get to where they want to get to. They just don't know the roadmap, if you like, and they don't know what to do. So they presume there's nothing that you can do, and it's often not the case, isn't it?
And you're right, and it has been quite confusing over the last year. We've had so many initiatives by the government announced, and local authorities, and lots of kind of short-term measures, medium-term measures. So as we're starting to come out of COVID, we're now looking at the recovery phase. We're helping businesses really go forward, and UK government and the British Business Bank have launched the Recovery Loan Scheme, and that's there to take over from bounce back and CBILS now to looking at your business going forward. So between the 6th of April this year and the end of December this year, your business can access the Recovery Loan Scheme. So it's about investing in your idea, investing in the opportunities that you've seen over the last year, and actually help again with your growth plans that maybe you put on hold going back to, say, January, February last year. So yes, exciting times, really.
Yeah, really exciting times. So are there lots of companies who have maybe accessed none of these loans so far, and this is an opportunity now to capitalise upon the growth that's suddenly happening in the UK? Is that something that's
no, definitely. There's some really great benefits. The Recovery Loan Scheme is designed literally that to help businesses who may have not acted on the financial measures in place, or even if you have a CBILS, a bounce back. But that was literally just to keep you going. So if you've got a desire to go forward and invest in your business and grow your operation, then the Recovery Loan Scheme is great for you, really. And it's a very simple, very, very simple eligibility. You need to be a UK business. You need to demonstrate, obviously, you've had some impact of COVID. And obviously, you've seen an opportunity over the pandemic. That's the kind of key requirements, really. You can get overdrafts and loans from anything from £25,001 up to £10 million, which is amazing. And also asset finance and invoice finance is part of that to boost your cash flow, and they're available for 1,000 up to 10 million as well.
Wow.
And the borrowing terms is about 6 years, so you can borrow up to 6 years on loans.
Wow. Is the interest rate very high, or is it quite crippling to do?
No, the interest rate has been capped. So basically, this scheme is all about lenders coming on board to provide the scheme either to their customers or to bring on new customers.
Yeah.
So the government have capped the scheme to a maximum of 14.9%. So that's to stop those kind of smaller banks.
So the worst, it can be better than that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Most high street lenders will be your usual, your 5 or 6, 7%, depends on risk. And what we've seen traditionally before is if we bring all the lenders in the market into a scheme, some lenders have got rates of 30, 40% upwards,
Yes.
But the high street banks traditionally are normally under 10% normally. So this has been capped. But the best thing about this is, I think for a limited company, for a director, you don't actually have to give a guarantee up to £250,000. And you also can't use your principal residence as security. So that's a real benefit to a lot of businesses going forward.
So who's taking that risk?
So basically, the government is backing these loans 80% to the banks. So that's the support the banks will receive. But ultimately, you are liable for the loan. But as an individual company, the first £250,000, you don't need to give a personal guarantee. So that is a fantastic opportunity.
So would you say that's the main benefit over another sort of loan at the moment? It's just that sort of guarantee aspect of it?
Yeah, the government are going to back it. They're going to back you and your business up to that amount. Where traditionally, if you went to a bank for a traditional business borrowing over 25,000, you would be asked to give security or a guarantee.
Yes.
So this now means to £250,000 of headroom without any guarantees or principal residences taking as security. So it's. I mean, obviously, your business needs to stack up, and your accounts need to obviously be in place before the impact of COVID.
Yes.
But so all we've got to do for this scheme is actually write a baseline paper with your business to show what happened during COVID, where you're going, what you're projecting going forward, and then this scheme will be for you. The only criteria of businesses is not eligible if you're involved in any insolvency proceedings at the moment. So as long as you're a UK business and you're not having any insolvency proceedings, then the Recovery Loan Scheme is for you.
Yes. That doesn't. I mean, if you've just got some loans out already and some debt, etc., as long as you're not in insolvency, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah. So as long as you're servicing everything and your business is operational, then you're okay.
Okay. And would you? I mean, obviously, you spend a lot of time with people, sort of helping them prepare, etc., for these things. And I think that's what people sometimes misunderstand. You don't charge for that, do you?
No. So initially, So we initially work with the business, get to understand where they are, where they're going. We help pull together all their kind of their accounts and information, and then we do what we call a sanity test here within the team with the experience we have, and then we will be able to see if we feel that business can go forward within the scheme. So everything up to that point is no cost. You can engage with us, we get to really understand your business, and ultimately we need to know where you're going in your journey. The better we know, the better we can actually advise you on what type of funding solutions which you need now, or ultimately what you need going forward, and that's critical, really.
Really is. And I think one of the huge benefits is you'll probably get a better rate if you apply correctly in the first place, rather than do it yourself and budget up a bit, and the banks will give you a lower rate. So, a worse rate. So the better your proposal must indicate the better your rate of loan will be. Does that follow?
Yeah, no, I agree with you fully. It's a presentation, isn't it, really? And it's the bank having that confidence in your business, knowing you are going on the right path or direction going forward, and we can definitely help you with that. And equally, we've got in our role, we also give advice on the other side. If this isn't for your business, or what you're considering going forward may not fit what you're considering, we've got a duty to say to you, actually, you may need to do it this way. And that is just, using our experience more than anything. But ultimately, we're fully transparent. We want to work with the client and make sure they get the right solution for their business at the right time. And that's critical, really.
Because you've got quite a track history of, if you like, seeing it from the other side, haven't you? So you used to work for, was it Barclays Bank? You were tell me your world record achievements.
On my record, so yes, I was the youngest ever appointed small business manager in UK history at 19 years old, and I think still hold that record. And amazingly, a colleague I work with in Business Loan Services, where we actually run all our finance platform through, he actually had the record before me at 22 years old. And we only worked that out last year. So yeah, I've had a fortunate position in my life where I've worked with some amazing businesses. So I was a small business manager at 19, I was an agricultural manager at 21, I was a corporate manager at 23, and I've worked with hundreds of thousands of businesses across Wales with the bank. And that gave me a really good insight knowledge to how businesses really operate from corporate boardroom level right through to startup. And yeah, it's something I've always carried with me, and I've always been passionate about helping businesses go forward. So regardless of your size, regardless of the need, it's about listening and understanding you as a business owner, and that's a skill set I've always had. So
in a moment, I'm going to ask you the biggest number one top tip that you can give somebody if they're looking to, refinance their business. So bear with me a second, because we're going to play a little VT.
Okay,
you ready? And then we're going to ask you the question.
Here we go.
No, Shane. If I was it's almost like we planned it, isn't it? If I was going to be applying for finance, what's the first thing I should do?
I think ultimately is to understand where your business is, and ultimately understand where you're going and what's going to help you go forward. Because it's all in well taking a loan out, say, for £100,000 over 10 years or 20 years, but none of us have got a crystal ball, and none of us can really know what is going to happen over that time. So ultimately, I think a business, when I speak, I deal with a lot of family businesses, is about communication. Everyone is on the same page. Everyone's behind that decision as a family business or as a board. And I think that's the key, really, because if it's just one person pushing the finance forward and pushing the business in one direction, and the family or maybe the board aren't on the journey with them, that's where I see challenges going forward. So ultimately, make sure everyone's on the same page, but ultimately make sure when you do get that money, it's invested in the right areas of your business where you were planning to invest it, because that's sometimes where things go wrong. When people get this big wedge of money land in their account and they go, oh, we could buy this, we could buy that, we could buy this. It's making sure where that money's going, the operational function that's going to benefit from that investment is fully thought through. Yeah. So you've got the stage 2, stage 3, stage 4 kind of plans after that investment comes in to see the bigger picture and ultimately achieve the ultimate reward, which is to grow your business. And it's not taking a short-term measure, it's look at the long-term journey of that decision point. And I would say that's key, really. not straightforward answer, but it's
Yeah.
No, again,
that's good.
you help people through that thought process, do you?
Yeah, 100%. Because ultimately, that's what we do within business loan services. So we're not a sales company. We're not a traditional finance brokerage company where they just try and sell loans day in, day out like a sausage factory. We don't do that. And ultimately, even over COVID, we made a strategy decision as a team that we wouldn't charge anyone for any bounce back support or any support to do with the impact of COVID advice all year, ultimately. So yeah, that's what we do. So yeah, for us, it's about understanding the business and making sure the product fits the business at the right time. If it doesn't fit, we're the first people to say that. And I do that on a daily basis.
Wow. And so in that team, tell me about the team who you've got
Yeah,
working.
so in business loan services, we've got a team of 4 of us. So we've got Rob, there's Sue, there's Richard, and myself. Richard is our internal asset finance specialist and comes from 25 years plus in that industry. And we're all based in Wales, but we work right across the UK. And we all independently run our own businesses outside the finance function as well. So as you know, I've got All Business Solutions, which has the finance arm, as well as 50 other tailored areas to support businesses. But that's what we do. So we work with any business right across the UK, and what we're passionate about is giving good advice. And I think if you've spoken to anyone I've met in the Cobra Club, they would just say exactly the same thing, really. It's all about transparency, it's all about trust and developing a long-term relationship. And that's what Shane Yates is all about.
Yeah, I mean, my experience of working with you,
recommended.
yeah, is quite fantastic, really. Your level of communication is top notch. I mean, it really is very, very good indeed. Which is great. And
thank you, guys. I mean, I got to say, from the other side as well, being a Cobra member, of the opportunities I've had as a business from the Cobra Club, and networking for me is key. Over COVID, when we were closed down and we weren't able to travel anywhere, the single lifeline my business had was the Cobra Club and the FSP. Got to find their flag as well, because those are the 2 main platforms I got some great support from. But you guys are not just developing a networking club, you've developed a really good, strong community of business people who want to help each other and who want to support each other. And lots of business has already happened in that last year. And I've developed so many opportunities. So thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Shane. And quickly, because we're rapidly running out of time, Shane, but you run an event at the Cobra Club every Friday, isn't it?
Yes, every Friday morning, 9:30, and it's called the Full Welsh Breakfast. Not any ordinary breakfast, it's the full Welsh. So the idea of the event, it isn't just for businesses in Wales. It's for businesses right across the UK. So what we try and do with the event is help businesses intertrade with each other across all devolved nations, and it's available for anyone. So it's available for Cobra Club members, and also externally, if you want to come along and actually network your business with others. And what we try and do is we have an event where we go around the room and everyone gives their minute and a half of who they are. We have a 1-minute slot of 5 minutes of fame. So we get to know someone individually every week in the club. So we get to know about their hobbies, their interests, their passion, because that's what makes people really connect together, to get to know all those areas. And then we also then have a topical subject about the economy, where we have an open discussion for maybe 10 to 15 minutes by 10:30. So come along, 9:30 every Friday. Everyone's welcome.
There it is. Thank you, Shane. Fantastic. Yeah,
Thank you,
great
guys.
event.
Thank you very
I've been
much.
a couple of times, and
it's just brilliant.
Yeah.
It's nice. The cockles are very nice. Lava bread as well for breakfast. I didn't realise what a delicacy.
Lovely. They're really good.
It's good stuff. Now, Shane, I think Shane has some hidden talent, so he's keeping under a bushel.
Yes, I think. Let's hit this button. Right, Shane.
Here we go, Shane.
Well, it's definitely not roller skating.
It's not my idea, I tell you.
So my hidden talent is something that's kind of my sanctuary, and has been probably all my work in life, is music. I've been writing music since I was 16 years old, and only done it for myself. I've performed in various locations over the years, but mainly written my own music and produced my own music. And just recently, I've had a producer based in Holland, in the Netherlands, who's reached out to me and has produced my album. So there's Asteroid, Matt Thomas from Asteroid, and he's just finished producing my album. And it was all a bit of a project. So it's an album that I'm going to give to my father on Father's Day in June this month. because my dad is also a musician, and he's always said to me, "You should get your music recorded." So
Oh.
he's having my first album delivered to him on Father's Day, and that's where the project came from, really. But no, we're launching an album, and let's see where it goes. But so far, I've had some really good interest on LinkedIn, and with producers in America and Warner Brothers, and all different people have been in contact and so on, which is amazing.
It's just that sort of
Fantastic.
upbeat message that you give them, which is so lovely. It's such a sort of like
But the
lovely
music
world.
it connects all of us, doesn't it? In different ways, music does.
So let's know when it's out there, Shane. We'll give it a big plug. Maybe
you.
you can come back and perform a song live next time.
Are you going
I
to
can do that. That could
be
be
on
achieved.
Spotify?
Yes.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to over the summer.
The
So.
theme song for one of our clubs.
Yes.
Yeah, the theme music for Hannah Matarazzo's club is Shane.
Absolutely.
And I've also been asked by a lady in the club to maybe look at writing a song for a new book as well. So
Well, that's
Cool.
exciting. Yeah,
Interesting.
brilliant. Brilliant.
Very cool.
Thanks, Shane. I think
Thank you, guys.
when
And
you
thank you
come
for
back
the time
next,
as well.
I want you to be here with your guitar, and you're going to give us a rendition of one of your songs. I think
I
that'd
think
be great.
we can achieve that.
Fantastic.
We've got club members who play the didgeridoo too. We could get them to come in and accompany you on the didgeridoo.
We could do a UK-wide live song and music set. That could be achieved.
They always work so well.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Thank you, Shane. Thank you so much for coming on
Thank
today.
you, guys. And thank you, Andy. And all the best for your birthday today as well. Have a
Thank
lovely
you.
birthday. It's not a birthday, it's a birthday week. You got to milk it.
Yes, absolutely.
Birthday week.
All right, take care. Bye. All right, that was exciting, wasn't it?
It was really good fun. Shane just an immense talent.
Brilliant, really good.
Now we've got more comments coming through.
Got a few comments coming through. Hello, Barry. Good to see you. It's got my Cobra Club t-shirt,
T-shirt.
badge. Thanks, chaps.
Badge.
Happy birthday, Andrew. Thank you, Barry, from WordSmart Communications.
WordSmart Communications. if you want content for your website or you want all your sales literature written properly, get in touch with Barry. He's an absolute legend.
Absolutely. Got Psychic Kath. Hello, Kath. Good to see you.
Kath. Hello, Kath. No, joking.
Great to see you, Kath.
Hi, Kath. It's us.
Kath
I can
Kirkland,
touch
another author at the club,
it. And
writer, film producer.
The Chocolate Thief. And she's writing You're on Mute.
You're on Mute.
A
A sitcom about
networking.
networking.
We should be really good. I'm really excited. I'm just dreading that I'm going to be this like evil character in the back.
Yes, you will be. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you today.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank
How's
you.
it in
Thank you,
Scotland?
Sharon.
I hope the weather's lovely.
Yes. We got Christina. Hi, Christina. Met Christina in the Cobra Club the other day. Great to see you, meet you. And yeah, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. And who else we got here?
That's a question for Shane.
Right. Sorry, Shane. You're going to have to get back to Hina, who needs your assistance.
Yeah,
So,
we'll pass your details on here.
yeah, we'll get you two in touch. And who else we got? Phil Collins. Hello, Phil. Good to
Hello,
see you.
Phil. How's the music going? No, it's Phil Collins, a hypnotherapist.
Yeah, thanks for my
good to
birthday
see you,
wishes.
Bless him.
Fantastic.
Long time no see.
Yeah, brilliant. What a great show. It's always good when we got people watching.
Talented, good people. Nice
Yeah,
to have somebody
brilliant.
watching, isn't it? Really, it's sort of
Yes. So let's quickly go through a couple of little things we got going on. Let's start with this one.
Brand new club opened up. So this is a networking opportunity in Essex with the 300 Club, and I'm Chris Mason, who operates that. I'm just covering weekly on Thursdays between 4 and 5. So come along and support Chris over in Essex.
Fantastic. And then we've got, let's go for that one.
Oh, that's me. If you'd like to get better at selling, I run a sales clinic every Monday, which is at 1 o'clock. Come and get better at selling with Ed. It's
Fantastic.
free to all Cobra Club members.
Good.
Cobra Office. This is a great opportunity. So up in Manchester, or just outside of Manchester, every Tuesday between 1:30 and 2:30, the inspirational Victoria Woods runs her Cobra Office networking event. So it's a really good event to get into. Come and support Victoria. And come and increase your networking up in Manchester.
Fantastic. And I think we got this one today, I think, Wednesday at 2 o'clock today.
Yeah, really exciting. Beverly Lockett, #1 best-selling author on LinkedIn, on Amazon. 2:30 to 3:30 is the mastermind, and masterminds are really good, and she runs them particularly well, are really good opportunities to get together, to solve problems, to learn to network, to learn to just know people that little bit more than just, hi, my name's Ed, but actually find out how good they are at doing what they do, and you can actually see people working. It's a great opportunity.
Absolutely.
Come and get involved.
I'm just going to give a couple of very quick shout outs. Russell Silverman, RC accountant at the club, has been exceptionally busy. So if you've got any accounting questions, you can come along later this month, but just know Russell's in the club doing a fantastic job representing the accountancy profession. So come along and ask Russell a question.
The least boring accountant I've ever met.
Absolutely. And then you can come along and meet Louise in the club for any sort of logo, website and graphic design advice. She does that the first Wednesday of every month, which I believe should be today.
It would be at 2 o'clock, I suppose.
2 o'clock today. So that's good. Looking forward to seeing Louise. Finished.
That's all right, but you can still get in touch.
Yeah, let's give Kirsty a shout out.
Kirsty's ace. She's an HR professional. She gives loads of free support. She's a big fan of the Cobra Club. But get in touch, Kirsty Duck. There is only one on the internet, on LinkedIn. Get in touch with Kirsty for all the HR needs.
And we've got a quick shout out to Graham, who's demonstrating the way forward with SEO inside the club.
I learn something every time.
Highly knowledgeable guy. Come along. If you've got any questions about SEO, need a bit of help, need a bit of support, come and see Graham every third Wednesday of the month.
Just a good guy as well.
Yeah. John Foy running his network.
Absolutely.
Learn to network event. So it's every Fridays, 11 to 12 p.m. Come and learn how to network.
If networking doesn't work for you, John will show you how you can make it work for you. It's just a great, great opportunity to use what we think is the best marketing for your business that you can do, which is networking.
Quick shout out to Neil Ryder, running his SAS pension room every Thursday from 2 to 3 o'clock.
Great guy. Again, industry leading expert in SAS pensions, self-administrated schemes.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Come and speak to Neil. Quick shout out to Sandra.
Yeah, a leadership coach extraordinaire. Come and have a 30-minute free session with Sandra. So both Sandra and Andrew Hatcher, who are here in a second. If you've never had any leadership coaching or any business coaching, come and find out what it's all about for free from these guys. They'll educate you. You can see how it can actually help your business and watch your business thrive.
Yeah, quick last shout out. It's my birthday after all.
It's your birthday. You get a chance.
I've got a little bit of space now in my sort of calendar, so I've got a bit of room for about 3 clients at the moment. So if you're ever interested in turning your business around, business coaching, exec coaching, having that sounding board, that critical ear for your business, then please do get in touch.
Come and get involved.
Yeah, come and get involved. Get some great results, and always good to meet people. Right, Ed, I think it must be time.
Poor Harry.
Harry.
She's been sat in there. She's eating all the nibbles, all the crisps, and look at the peanuts go. It's like a Hoover.
So what I'm going to do, Ed, let's hit this quick button here. Let's give a shout out to Hannah, who does our digital marketing. And then when we come back, Harry will be in the room. So here we go. Hello, Harry.
Hello.
Hi, Harry. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. It's nice to see both of you together.
I know.
Yeah.
It's odd. It's like,
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
It is very, very strange.
Actually being sort of on the same
Nice
screen.
little birthday gift.
Yes. Yeah.
we're only about 4 foot high. You think we're bigger, but we're only about 4 foot high. So it's quite nice to be sat together because we have to sit. We're actually standing on our chairs.
Yes. It's all a bit surreal.
It is.
Anyhow, Harry, welcome to the show today. It's the first time you've been on, which is great to sort of have you here on LinkedIn Live. So if anyone out there's got any questions for Harry, please do ask away. But how I normally start, we'll go into your business in a few minutes, but it's really if you could tell me a bit about yourself and a bit about your journey leading up to what is your business now.
So, oh gosh, where do I start?
That's all right. You can give us the some of the big moments, some of the sort of how did it all come about?
I think I've always been creative, and I think I started on a work experience journey during A levels. I ended up in a decorating showroom, ended up getting a Saturday job, and that's where the interiors journey started. And that was best part over 20 years ago. So
Wow.
my whole experience captures colors, fabrics, mixing paint, from hand painting murals, doing my own renovation projects, working with in kitchen designing, bathroom designing. So I've been an expert in bathrooms and kitchens for the best part of 20 years, and doing my own renovation projects, working on luxury homes, new builds, full renovations. And then really for the last 10 years or so, I've been focusing more on property developers and large with renovation projects. And then 5 years ago, I set up on my own, and I set up Black Interiors.
Wow. That's
It's been a journey.
it's a big journey, isn't it? There's a lot in there, isn't it?
So do you have like an artistic background? I mean, is that your? I mean, are you?
I always love painting, so I think my passion is in painting. Even like when we were renovating my own home, like I would get out the paints and I will sit there and I'll do the cutting in, the woodwork, and everything. So I love painting. But yeah, so definitely I've always had the artistic in me, like through GCSEs, A levels, always been painting.
That's amazing. So you when you're doing your renovations or your interior designing, etc. Do you call upon other industries to work with you to do that, or do you do everything yourself?
I don't get hands-on anymore either. No, I don't get hands-on. I get people in to come and do it for me.
Okay.
I was thinking of, I understand a bit about the trade, and I know there's interior architecture and interior design. What is the big difference, and how do you fit into? Do you do both? Are you an architect, designer? How does it all work?
There's always a confusion. So every time I get asked this question, the difference between interior architect and interior designer, there is a big overlap. I don't think there is a right or wrong answer. I think it really depends on everyone else's personal journeys and experience. With an architect, you are qualified, you've been through the journey of going to uni, you're registered in art, you've got to be, registered as an architect. Whereas interior designers, interior architects, I think there's a little bit of confusion in the industry. We're not part of any institutions, although there are institutions out there. My uni experience and journey was getting a BTEC art foundation, and then I went straight into full-time career, where I was working in bathroom showrooms, kitchen showrooms. So me classing myself as an interior architect is literally from hands-on 20 years of experience in the industry. So the confusion lies with an interior designer and an interior architect. I created a niche service where I would take it up to decoration, whereas interior designers generally would capture everything I do, but they also take it to furniture, curtain treatment, show home, staging furniture, mood boards, and finishing the project off, which is an area I don't do.
I was going to pull up, I've got some pictures here to show. Maybe you could talk through, architecture, design.
It's an interesting thing. I'll just quickly jump in. I used to run an art gallery, and I took quite well off clients, and I'd have interesting conversations with some clients, because you'd go to see the clients and they would want a picture, but they'd also want their interior designer to give them almost permission to put that picture in, and they'd be almost apologetic to their interior designer. They brought something that they loved, but they were putting into the room, but the interior designer had other visions of it. So it's quite important to understand what the client actually wants and to allow the client to have some impact into that. It must be, I'm guessing. Is that the case?
I think with every client, it's different. Every project's different. The budgets are different. Their criteria are different. There are some clients who are either too focused on their home, but they need it done, so they rely heavily on an interior designer, or but like a lot of my property developer clients, they just let me crack on with it. They say, right, just do it.
Yeah.
They don't have time to focus on it. They've given me budgets, and I understand the market, where the location of the project is, and I just design it away.
Well, let's have a look at these. Let's have a look at these pictures, and you can comment on each one, what you think's appropriate. Here we go.
So this was one of my very early projects as Black Interiors. It was a luxury new build home. This was the master bathroom, where I designed the bathroom. Well, I actually designed the whole house, but this was the master ensuite, which I really loved because it had a freestanding bath in front of the double entry walk-in shower. And I supplied the bathroom sanitary ware, supplied all the tiling, did the whole scheme. And we used a mother of pearl mosaic in the back of the shower alcove. That's it. Catches the light and has that nice glistening effect.
It draws your eye in as well, doesn't it? It's quite beautiful.
It does.
Yeah, fantastic. I like that one.
Very nice. That one. Very clever. What was there before? Is it literally a blank canvas that you worked with?
It was a new build, so there was nothing there at all.
Right.
So a lot of my projects are new build homes, which means a lot of my design work gets done before the building work even starts. So I don't even have anything to visualize. I don't even have a property to visit to say, oh, this is the space I've got to work with. Everything is on plan.
Yeah. And are you still working with the client at that stage or with the house builder?
Generally, a lot of my clients now are property developers. So there are a few who are doing their own renovation projects or building their own houses. But this is where I bring in my new plan with the Renovations 101, which I've released and recently introduced because I felt that there was a gap in the market where I've got 20 years of experience and knowledge, but I'm not able to help those who are a homeowner who are just renovating their own project, not necessarily building a new house or renovating the entire house, maybe just doing an extension at the back or just getting a new kitchen. And this is where I introduced a new platform called Renovations 101, which is going to be the whole knowledge hub, the community, the support for people who are renovating and need a bit of hand holding.
Okay.
But it's also understanding you can achieve a fantastic look without spending as much money as you think you need to spend. I think that's being clever with it too, isn't it?
Let's have a look.
Giving them an idea of where to look for things.
Yeah. Let's have a look at this picture, and you can tell us a bit about this one.
Oh, that's stunning.
This was a project with a property developer, 35 apartments in Chancery Lane. So it was a commercial to residential conversion.
Wow.
And my role in this project, I was actually working in-house for the property developer as an in-house consultant. And then all of the procurement side of things was done by Black Interiors, where we purchased all of the kitchens, the flooring, bathrooms, tiling, wardrobes, down to the internal doors, the door handles, all of that I did. It was a massive project for admin, for sure, but the end result was they looked amazing.
Brilliant.
They do.
And
35 of them.
Yeah.
35 apartments.
So that's project management as well, really, isn't it? I mean, that goes.
It was many site visits, and there's a bigger team. And when there's a big project like that, you have to work with the larger team. So there was a big team of architects, big team of interior designers, the whole construction team, the property developer team, and plus all the suppliers, and just trying to make sure that you're being friends with everyone.
Also, consistency across all 35 flats. It's difficult to achieve that. So, well done.
Absolutely. If you had to give sort of a top tip, hold on a minute. We have a little comment coming in. There you go. Hina likes it. Fantastic.
Hina Bajwa says the Renovation 101 is a great concept, Harry, and amazing bathrooms and kitchens. I love that. We also had from Beverly Lockett, who's commented on you, saying that you have so many fantastic ideas, because I think you've got quite involved into the Property Connect side of the Cobra Club, haven't you, as well, which is really, really good. And I think it's really important that people who renovate have people that they can have to trust, to go to, who they know are going to provide good sound solutions and good cost. Obviously, it all boils down to money as well, so cost-effective solutions. Really important.
Brilliant. What's going on? Top tip.
Top tip. We're going to get top tip now, so I have to go like that.
So whether you're thinking of getting into it, or if you're sitting there looking at your new build with nothing in it, Give us a top tip.
Oh, he disappeared. Oh, there he is.
Just turning down the music as it blasts out at this end.
My top tip for, doesn't matter what size project it is, whether it's a new build, commercial, residential, just an extension, start planning as early as you can.
Okay.
So
Brilliant.
don't get to a point where you've built a house with nothing in it and you've moved in, because it just doesn't work. As soon as you know you're renovating, start doing the research, start planning your budget as early as possible.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, there's a lot of work I can imagine once you get into it. It's,
There's also which
Yeah.
directions to go all the way through. I mean, it just has impact everything, doesn't it? From, I mean, even things like, you know, what's put on the walls to protect the walls, and, you know, where bathrooms are going to be, and plumbing and pipe work and electricals, and it's massive, isn't it, Harry?
So I normally start my service as soon as planning permission has been granted. So I work normally either with the client or with the architect.
Yep.
So my service starts after the planning permission has been granted. But I get clients coming to me saying, I've got planning permission for a new build, but I'm wondering what size sofa to put in my living room. Like, right now, I don't care about your sofa. Let's focus on everything that the builder needs to know in order for him to give the price. And that is all the hard items in the project, the fixed items, the staircase design, the wardrobes, kitchen, bathrooms, everything that's fixed to that property is what the builder needs to know, including like lighting, electrical positions. So we capture all of that before the building work even starts.
fantastic. And if someone wants to get hold of you, I mean, do you have like a free initial consultation? How do you initiate if someone is interested in using your services? How does that all work?
I'm happy if you want to email me, and then I can book in a call and discuss their project.
Fantastic. And how can someone get hold of you?
Oh, you can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Facebook. If you there you go. You've got all my details at the bottom. Just send me an email, and then from there, if I'm not the right person, I can guide you in the right direction with what kind of interior designer or a professional person you need on your project. Because if you're just getting an extension done, or if you're getting just a bathroom renovation, I'll be able to guide you on where you can go.
Yeah, I suppose it's always the right person for the right job, and that you see it the whole time, don't you? I suppose more in what you're doing, especially in property.
Well, you save so much money for planning an outset, don't you? As opposed to trying to rebuild things or change the whole thing later on when things have already been built. So if you start at the beginning, like at planning stage, then you're going to get such a better result at the end, and a much more cost-effective one, I would argue. Is that right, Harry?
It's true, and it's so common that everyone runs out of money. They forget to have a contingency of 10 to 15% of their budget, and they always run out of money, which means it's harder for the interior designer who's working on the window treatments, the furniture, because you've moved in and you can't afford to sit on a sofa or a bed, or sleep on a bed. So budgeting is so key.
If you're looking to flip a property, are you going to renovate it to sell it? You know, things like the bathrooms and kitchens you just showed us, they're the things that people buy. So to get them right at outset just means that you're gonna, and it's often not a case of adding value. It's a case of keeping the value within a property. So instead, if it's finished to that standard, people can't knock you down. They have to pay the top whack. If it's not done right, they come in and they say, "I've got to put a new kitchen in, so therefore I'd like 20 grand off the price." So it's about retaining the value of your properties, as well as selling them quickly.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to cost a lot of money either. Like, obviously, everyone's perception of value is different. But when you're trying to renovate a kitchen or a bathroom and you're flipping the property, so obviously you are conscious about how much money you're spending. But by adding a pop of color or something like, my feature wall at the back, it's a signature. It makes it stand out. It becomes a selling point and a wow factor that people are drawn towards it, rather than the good old magnolia walls.
I'm sitting in a room full of magnolia walls. I just want to tell you. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And it's like that bathroom you did, that small, beautifully finished mosaic pattern at the back. Just gives you that pop that makes it takes it from the okay, brilliant, up to the extraordinary. I mean, it's a massive difference for a small change.
Yeah, fantastic. Right, Harry, we are rapidly running out of time. I'm just going to ask you quickly. Well, I'm just going to play a quick VT. We're going to come back and
We'll put it on the spot.
yeah, we're going to put you on the spot. You're going to get about 20 seconds. So here we go.
So Harry,
Well, I'm too young to have a record player, so it's definitely not a record.
I feel so old.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a tape. I was visiting family in Africa, and this was after I think it was after my GCSEs. And I remember this. We were walking on the high street, and there was a small little stall, and they had loads of mixed tapes, and there was like R&B collections of 80s and 90s. Actually, this was probably like early 90s, 80s and 90s hits. And I got really excited that there's a mixture of so many R&B songs in this one tape. And I bought so many because they were next to nothing in cost.
Yeah.
I was in Africa, and in comparison to what you paid here in the UK, and I think I must have bought 10.
Brilliant.
Like,
Why not? It's
Yeah.
great. I love things like that. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Harry. It's been
a delight.
Yeah, absolutely
Absolute delight.
fantastic having you on the show today. We've really enjoyed it.
Definitely,
Yeah, it's been really enlightening, and come back again, okay?
I will do.
Yeah.
All right.
And looking forward to are you going to the Cobra Connect property event?
Yes, I am.
That's
Yeah.
next week now, isn't it? So you should that should be really,
Yeah.
really good. I'll see you
Fantastic.
there.
All righty. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers, Harry.
Yeah, all eyes on me, 'cause I've been living the good life. So come fly with me into my fantasy, and we be loving the good life, good life.
I think this dream now just hit me. Why don't you just go there with me? Surf in the skies and splash in the clouds, dance in the crowds and laugh out loud. Holding your hand, unfolding a plan. Two souls in a land like gold in a pan. Float in the breeze or soak in the sea. Come go there with me where we both wanna be. Lie on the beach or fly in the streets. I'm trying to keep this vine in the reach. Putting everything I do aside, me and you are first. We can travel to the very end of the universe. You and me are meant to be divine energy. Living with no rules in a pool of serenity. Come be my fantasy, go away with me. Lock us up in a dream and throw away the key. Come on, live this up now. Good life, good laugh, good love now. Come on, live this with me. Good laugh, good love, we live free. Come on, live this up now. Good life, good laugh, good love now. Come on, live this with me. Good laugh, good love, we live free. We need to rise with these new eyes. Pull the disguise off of these blue skies. Lights in the city reflect off the shoreline. When you're living this life, you want more time. Rewind the time, align planets. Ride this comet to a new dynamic. Your eyes on me, mine on you. Living the good life, we do what
Now
we
you're
want to.
watching me. Yeah, all
All right, we're back in the room. Well, it's been a fantastic show. Thank you to everyone who's been watching today on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Thanks to my partner, Ed.
Thanks to my partner, Andrew, and happy birthday. Can you believe it?
Please don't tell anyone.
70. Lovely to see you. Well, thank you for tuning in, and we'll look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. At 10:30.
Fantastic. Adios, amigos.
Adios.